From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
Hi, I am Ariana Psarakos, and this is your WUFT's news update on Facebook for Wednesday, July 13th. We begin in Uvalde, Texas. The fallout continues after newly released video from inside Robb Elementary School shows law enforcement officers waiting for orders as children and teachers were dying in classrooms step away. Some of the strongest reactions come from the parents of the young victims. We want to let you know some of the video in the following story is disturbing. NBC's Jay Gray reports from where it all happened.
The images, another gut punch for the parents of students murdered during the attack.
My baby, she was scared. I know she was scared. They were all scared. And I wasn't there.
During 4 minutes of highly edited surveillance video obtained and released by the Austin American-Statesman and KVUE-TV, the 18-year-old gunman is seen walking into Robb Elementary with an assault rifle, followed by police who rush down a hallway, but when fired on, quickly retreat.
Because they got gunfire, they retreated. The officers ain't trained to retreat when they're gonna do. They have to save these children, and they did not do that.
The video goes on to show an army of officers gathering, waiting for more than an hour to confront the shooter.
It's a human being, standing there, just hearing our children cry and not doing anything.
Families of the victims had been told they would get a chance to review the video before it was released to the public. That was supposed to happen on Sunday. But the Austin media outlets released the images on Tuesday.
It's disrespectful to not just us, but our kids' memories.
In an editorial, the newspaper defends its decision, pointing out the screams of children were edited out of the video and saying, "We have to bear witness to history, and transparency and unrelenting reporting is a way to bring change." As the families and this community continue to deal with the unrelenting pain of all they've lost. Jay Gray, NBC News.
Inflation in the U.S. surged to the highest level in 40 years. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that consumer prices rose 9.1% last month in a year-over-year comparison. That's the highest rate since 1981. Analysts say gas prices played a major role in June's spike, with the national average rising above $5 per gallon in much of the U.S. According to AAA, on average, gas in Gainesville currently costs $4.41. Now let's take a look at what's going on around the state. In Volusia County, two 12-year-old boys are being held in juvenile justice system facing some very adult charges. Investigators say the boys shot a gun and pointed it at people. As Gail Pascal Brown reports, the deputies faced tense moments as they approached. They captured the arrest on body cam. Let's watch.
911, where's your emergency?
An adult with another adult and 3 children in a car driving down US 1 in Oak Hill called 911 after seeing a kid with a gun early Monday morning. A Volusia County Sheriff's Sergeant responded.
The little kid was standing out in the field. It appeared that he had a handgun and he was pointing it at our car as we were driving by. Put your hands up! Stop running right now!
She responds and actually sees the one kid with the firearm actually firing it.
How old are you?
We are both 12.
Keep your hands where I can see them. Where's the gun? I saw you with it in your hand. What do you mean? Lying to me is not a good deal, dude.
Thank God they threw the gun down and didn't want to challenge the sergeant. She did a great job. She was firm. She did what she had to do.
Fred Hammond, who runs the all-wood cabinet shop, says he was startled. He was cutting grass when he heard
rapid-fire gunfire, and I thought he was shooting at me because I was out there mowing. That scared the heck out of me.
I would imagine.
Then all of a sudden, police started coming.
3, 4.
The deputy found 4 spent rounds and the loaded gun. One boy was charged with a felony, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The other a misdemeanor, unlawful possession of a firearm under the age of 18.
How did these 12-year-olds get this weapon?
That's what we're trying to find. And find. Right now, we're not getting any answers.
Whoever the gun belongs to, Sheriff Mike Chitwood says they will be held responsible. He does know the gun was not stolen. As for the 12-year-olds, they are friends, and neither one of them has a criminal history. They were taken to the Department of Juvenile Justice.
This could have turned out deadly for a lot of people, and thank God it turned out the way that it did.
The mother of one of the kids declined to comment. However, she did tell deputies the gun she owns was still at home and accounted for. In other news from around the state, police says a pursuit ended with shots fired Monday. Deputies say a suspect wanted in Volusia and Seminole counties was shot by officers in Lake County. Authorities at the scene say the suspect crashed his vehicle into a synagogue in Mount Dora. Earlier in the day, deputies searched for the vehicle that fled from law enforcement. There is no word on what condition the suspect is in. In Key Biscayne, U.S. Border Patrol confirmed 25 migrants from Cuba came ashore early Tuesday morning near Mariana. There were 17 men, 6 women, and 2 children in the group. One man said he has family in Miami. All of the migrants were taken into federal custody. In Miami Gardens, a 3-year-old boy died after being found inside a vehicle parked at an education center Monday afternoon. Miami Gardens police units responded to Lubavitch Education Center campus in reference to an unresponsive kid inside of a vehicle. Miami-Dade Fire Rescue transported the boy to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. The dean of the school says the boy was found in a private vehicle. He's the child of 2 staff members. Local meteorologists say the day's heat index was 101 degrees. Temperatures were at 92 just before 4 p.m. around the time the child was found. As you know, that kind of dangerous heat has been a problem in our area as well. WUFT's Mariana Larsen is here to tell us about it and give us a forecast of the weather we can expect for the rest of the week. Mariana?
That's right, Ariana. It is almost as hot as it is here as it was in Miami just the other day. Looking across Alachua County, we are seeing some heat indexes in the triple digits. Right now, Gainesville is feeling like 99 degrees. Although we are in the middle of summer and these heat temperatures are not going away anytime soon, I do have some tips for you on how to stay cool and combat this summer heat. First of all, it is always important to drink water. Even if you don't feel thirsty, it's important to keep a water bottle with you and keep drinking so that your water levels in your body are always high. Also, wearing light clothes like dry fit can help keep your body cool, and staying indoors at all times, not all times, but most times, is helpful to stay safe as well. Now, looking at our weekly forecast, we're starting off with our campus cam. Looking outside, it is nice and blue out there, which is kind of a change to what we've been seeing the past week, although we still have some rain in our forecast. Let's take a look at our current radar. Now, there isn't much activity going on right now, but if you take a closer look, you could see some storms popping up around Stark and Lake City as well, so there is still a chance you might see a small storm in your area. Just keep your eye on the sky. And looking into tonight, temperatures are going to drop a little. We're expecting to see lows in the mid-70s tonight, and it's going to be partly cloudy. Tomorrow, we're seeing similar patterns in our weather. First off, rain is going to be just the same as it was today. A few showers popping in and out starting about around 4 p.m. You can see those showers start to pop up a little bit, and as we move into the evening, they start to develop a little bit more, so it's going to leave us with one wet night. And our hour-by-hour forecast is telling us that we are seeing similar temperatures as well. We're going to have highs in the lower 90s tomorrow, and as I mentioned, those afternoon showers are going to be popping up starting around 4 p.m., maybe a little bit sooner, so if you have outdoor plans, try scheduling them for the morning. And looking at our highs for across the region, we are seeing similar patterns across the board. Ocala's high is going to be 92, Jacksonville is going to be 92 as well, and Cedar Key is going to be 88. Now for our mugginess, let's take a look at our dew point temperatures. It's going to be just the same as it was today, so it's going to feel pretty muggy out tomorrow, but on the bright side, this weekend, we are seeing those dew point temperatures drop just a little bit, so it's going to be just a little bit cooler. Here's the 6-day outlook. Again, expect afternoon showers all week long and a slight dip in temperature this weekend. Back to you, Ariana.
Thanks, Mariana. The weather seems to be perfect for wildflowers. As the flowers begin blooming in Gainesville, entomologists stress the importance of bees. WUFT's Shawn Humphrey takes us up close for a deeper look.
Some residents may say wildflower blooms around Alachua County are the bee's knees. But as it turns out, both sides need those knees to survive.
The focus tends to go towards honeybees because they're fantastic pollinators. They are manageable, they're important for our agriculture.
Busy, busy bees, bumble or honey. Either way, it's all the buzz that puts food on the plate.
Pollinators, specifically honeybees, are great at pollination for many of the crops that we have here in the United States. So some of those crops are blueberries, cranberries, apples, almonds, and melons, cucumbers, and more.
That's why entomologists and beekeepers can't mind their beeswax. The cause is far too important for them, and they're dedicated to it.
You know, I've been a beekeeper for probably for over a decade, and I've focused my career to helping honeybees specifically with different pests, pathogens, pesticides, all sorts of things that ail our honeybees.
Where there's flower blooms, something buzzes nearby. Shawn Humphrey, WUFT News.
Oak Hammock residents got a special opportunity to interact with local candidates. Oak Hammock hosted a local candidates forum for residents Tuesday evening. Gainesville Mayoral, City Commission, and Alachua County School Board candidates got to make their case to the retirement community. The mayoral candidates discussed issues ranging from housing to transportation to renewable energy. The school board forum addressed issues such as behavior and teacher shortages. The Gainesville City elections are scheduled from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday, August 23rd. Twitter is testing a new feature amid corporate turmoil, plus Amazon shoppers can take advantage of big deals. WUFT's Jacob Sedesse brings us the latest in this week's Tech Tomorrow.
Welcome back to WUFT's Tech Tomorrow. I'm your host, Jacob Sedesse. Elon Musk backs down from his offer to buy Twitter. Musk moved to terminate his $44 billion deal due to what his lawyer calls a material breach of multiple provisions. Musk previously accused Twitter of breaching its merger agreement by not providing him the data he wanted to determine the number of spam accounts on the platform. Twitter responded, it still intends on closing the transaction and will pursue legal action to enforce the deal. Speaking of Twitter, the company is testing a new co-tweet feature. It allows users to select a co-author for a tweet. That tweet will then be shared with both of the author's followers simultaneously with both of their names and photos attached. The feature is now available for select accounts in the US, Canada, and Korea. In fact, it's even available on the WUFT News account, but unfortunately not my own. The company warns the feature is a limited time experiment and that all co-tweets could be removed after it's complete. The Amazon Prime Day shopping event is on. The deals began Tuesday morning and run for 48 hours. The online retailer is offering discounts on many items, including electronics, home goods, and toys. Last year's Prime Day sales event was the largest two-day sales period for third-party sellers in Amazon's history. One new part of the event this year is the inclusion of over 30 free games available through Prime Gaming. These free games include last year's Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Need for Speed Heat, and multiple classic Star Wars games. I can't wait to play those games. If you have a Prime subscription, make sure to get on and claim the games while it's available to you. Finally, President Biden honored former Apple CEO Steve Jobs with the Presidential Medal of Freedom Thursday. Jobs' widow, Laureen Powell Jobs, accepted the honor on his behalf. We have it right here for you. Take a look.
As the co-founder of Apple, he created one of the most important companies in history, bringing computing into homes and phones and revolutionizing our way of life. A true visionary, a beloved husband and father, Steve Jobs embodied that most American of questions: what's next?
Current Apple CEO Tim Cook responded in a tweet, writing, "Today, Steve was awarded the Medal of Freedom, America's highest civilian honor. He was a visionary who challenged us to see the world not for what it is, but for what it could be. We cherish his memory and will continue building on his legacy." Thanks for everything, Steve. For WUFT's Tech Tomorrow, I'm Jacob Sedesse. See you next time. Back to you, Ariana.
Finally, it seems superheroes aren't excluded from window washing duty. In Louisville, they grabbed a squeegee and used their superpowers to clean some windows. The work was outside of Norton's Children's Hospital. The company behind it is ProClean. It's been doing this project for about 5 to 6 years and plans to continue. It's all in a day's work. That's it for your WUFT News update on Facebook. For live updates, you can follow us on social media at WUFT News. And leave us a comment and let us know what you think. Remember, your Florida news is always on at WUFT.org. Hope to see you next time.